Hello everybody. So I just got back from court for a speeding violation. Just over a year ago I got pulled over for doing about 92 kilometers in a 60 kilometer zone. The police officer dropped it to I think it was 80 kilometers, but I also had I was also got 3 demerit points, which is not a good thing. That affects my insurance rate. So I decided to go to court and see if I could get, at the very least, the points removed. Because up until that point, I've had a clean record, and so that was really upsetting. Funny thing was, I was on my way to my accountant when I got pulled over. But so yeah, I go to court this morning. I didn't really know what to expect, being my first time, and it worked out pretty easily. I mean, you first, before the judge comes in, you negotiate a deal with the prosecutor, I guess it is, for a reduction. Basically they were offering a removal of the points and a reduction in the fine if I was willing to plead guilty that morning. Absolutely. So I did. I got a $45 fine and no points. Man, that was nice. And I got out pretty early, so that was good. It worked out. So if you're in Ontario, you get a speeding ticket, and you don't have to go to work that day or anything. Even if you do, and you have, because again, the points can affect your insurance rates. It's worth going to court and cutting a deal. Anyhow, so that's what I did this morning. This is just a random video. I guess you would call it a vlog. Talking about different things. Yeah, the book I brought with me, because I didn't know how long I was going to be there, was by Elon Musk. No, it's not by Elon Musk. Sorry, it's by Ashley Vance. It's a biography of Elon Musk, and I'm sure all of you are familiar with him. He's the founder of SpaceX. They build rockets and send satellites to outer space, and he's got a vision of landing people on the moon and colonizing, not the moon, Mars, and colonizing Mars. He's a visionary. He's a futurist. He also owns Tesla, the electric car, and Solar City, which installs solar panels. He's an entrepreneur. He's, I guess, one of the 10th wealthiest persons in the world. Didn't start that way. He built his own wealth. He was part owner of PayPal and sold it for a good chunk of change. And he's a superhuman being, and I mean that literally. He's not your typical guy. Willing to take huge risk and lose literally everything. And he puts his own money on the line. Unbelievable person. And apparently not a very easy guy to work for. I mean, basically, if he hires you as an engineer, you might as well give up your life, because you're going to be 150% working for his vision. Anyhow, apparently he puts unrealistic expectations on his employees, and he's pissed a lot of people off along the way, typical of pretty much any entrepreneur that's climbing to the top. And what's interesting, I love reading about these kinds of individuals like Musk and Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and these guys, and trying to figure out what makes them tick. And what's interesting is none of these guys, you would never find them at a Tony Robbins event, learning the law of attraction and how to motivate yourself. It's already built in them. It's like they were born with this enormous personality that enables them to take these huge risks, to plow through any kind of resistance, and to get people to join them in their vision and seeing it come to life. And I just find that amazing. I'm not built that way. I mean, I may have fantasized on occasions of being something significant, but I know that will never happen because I just don't have those qualities, and it doesn't matter how many motivational books I read or if I go and, to some event where they inspire you to be positive and how to attract wealth into your life, it's not going to make any difference. I just don't have the characteristics that these guys have. Anyhow, so that's enough of Elon Musk. On another topic, my daughter and I, we visited the new vegan restaurant here in Toronto on Queen West, Doomies. And so, yeah, that's an interesting place. It's more or less like a high-end diner, I guess you could say. It's also licensed, so you can buy alcohol there. But their specialty is comfort food and all the vegan alternatives that you would find in the standard American diet, like macaroni and cheese, chicken nuggets, all the various veggie burgers, French fries with vegan cheese melted on it, and beans or whatever, basically all the comfort foods that are not good for you. And there's even a sign behind the bar that says no salads. So if you're going for something healthy to eat, don't go there. But if you want some comfort food that tastes really good, that's the place to go. And it's a really cool environment. I would recommend anybody just go there to try it out, even non-vegans. You'll be surprised. So my daughter and I had the vegan Big Mac with fries, and wow, the fries were greasy and salty, and the Big Mac was huge with the sauce dripping down the sides. A messy meal, so you need lots of napkins to have with it. And I wouldn't recommend if you're on a date to have something like that, maybe on your second date, but not on your first date, because it's going to be all over you. You're going to look ridiculous, but unless she's eating it too. But it tasted pretty damn good. And, it's been a lot of years since I've had a actual Big Mac from McDonald's. And from what I remember what a Big Mac tastes like, I like this better. And also it's a lot more filling. You're getting more bang for your buck. Except, it is expensive. For the Mac and fries, it was about $15 before tax and before tipping. So, you're looking at about a $20 meal there. But yeah, it just made me think, like, if there was nothing indicating it was vegan, it would be like you'd be at any other kind of diner, basically, offering comfort food. And it made me think, like, yeah, this is, I've done, I did a video a little while back, and I was describing how the world would be like if it was taken over by radical vegans, a totalitarian fascist system, making Hitler look like child's play. But I don't believe that'll ever happen. What I see is happening is that veganism is becoming mainstream. And this was really obvious at Doomies. And, like even I think about, shopping at the grocery store. There is, in most grocery stores today, a section specifically for vegan alternative foods, vegan alternative meats and cheeses. And when I first became vegan late in 2006, those options, you would have to go to a special store like Whole Foods or the Big Carrot or something like that to find those specialty alternative meals that were vegan, or like the vegan desserts as well. The vegan donuts, vegan cheesecake, vegan chocolate cake. I mean, the desserts are just endless, aren't they, in the vegan context? And it's like, yeah, okay, everything is becoming mainstream. Vegan is becoming mainstream, just like organic now is mainstream. And, when organic first became a thing, it was a radical thing at the time and extremely expensive. And now, a lot of these organic farms have been bought up by the big food companies. So I see the same thing happening with veganism as well. I mean, it's already happened. Bill Gates has invested a few $100 million in a couple of vegan companies. And I could see, a lot of focus has been on the animal agriculture, factory farming of livestock, and vegans protesting against that and bringing awareness about that. But I think, eventually that is going to be eliminated, and it's a good thing. But that really doesn't change anything in terms of how the food system is operated, who owns, who the big companies are that control the food system, and industrial agriculture will still be well intact. All the big monocrops will still be there, but instead of feeding it to cattle and pigs, they're going to feed them to humans, like the new vegans. We're the new cattle, the new pigs. Not me. I'm not vegan anymore. I'm plant-based, omnivorous. I eat animal-based meal once a week, basically meat once a week. And but anyhow, so yeah, this is what I see. Veganism becoming mainstream, and even the characters are getting commodified. Like Freelee the Banana Girl has cut a deal with Google or YouTube to a deal that's worth $20 million, where Freelee and Harley will be, they've bought property in LA, so they'll be living out in LA 6 months out of the year and be, doing vegan themed YouTube videos, or I don't know how exactly that's going to all play out, but they're basically the vegan celebrities that Google has found to be quite profitable, and they're going to promote them basically so that they can be even more profitable for a company like Google. And it is about profit. It's not like Google has suddenly become this vegan entity. I own shares in Google, by the way. I bought them years ago, and I'm very pleased at their performance. Yeah, I mean, this is, at the end of the day, this is what it matters to me, is that when it comes to earnings, when it comes for them to declare, what their earnings were for that quarter, I want to see a profit. So this is a good thing. If Freelee and Harley are going to increase the profitability of Google, that's good for me as a shareholder. Actually, I also own Facebook as well, which I'm very optimistic about Facebook. I've been trading Google. I just bought, and I've been sitting on. It's a long-term investment. It's something I am not going to ever sell, I don't think. Facebook, I've been trading in and out of over a year now, and it's been a beautiful stock for swing trading. That's where you buy on the pullback and you sell when it's peaking, just before it's going to pull back again. Easier said than done, but I've just been a little bit lucky on that one, and I've done phenomenally well. A couple of times there it didn't work in my favor, but overall it's been an excellent stock for me to swing trade. Last trade I did, I bought it at about $108 a share. It's now trading at $120.57. That's really sweet. And this time I haven't done anything about trying to swing it or anything like that. I could sell it now. It's tempting, but I'm beginning to really like Facebook. And when I first started swinging it, I wasn't sure what Facebook, where they were really going. Could they be successful long term? But now I'm seeing Facebook as being, it is one of the big players now. And it might be worth just holding on to and even adding to that position. Another company I bought a little while ago, AT&T, for $37 a share. It's now $39.22. And what I like about it, I haven't done any swinging on that one because I'm holding on to that one. It has a really nice dividend that yields almost 5% a year. Try to get that on a GIC. It's not going to happen. Yeah, so, and this is done in my tax-free savings account. That's a Canadian thing, where you're allowed to deposit $5,500 a year into it, and you can invest your money in that account in whatever you want. And any capital gains or dividends or fixed income, it's tax-free. So if you're in Canada and you haven't taken advantage of that, You got to get into that, man. It's really awesome. We're talking free money here. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that's if you make, you're going to lose as well. But you know what? If you're not a risk taker, get something more stable. Just buy, I don't know, there's not too much you can buy that it's guaranteed and actually pays anything worthwhile. You know, you could do long-term GICs, I guess. I don't know. What else? Anything else? Yeah, again, this is just, I'm just rambling on here. I've probably gone on long enough. I think that's about it for now. Take care and have a great day.